Welcome to Zeus Internationals. This is a web application which deals with team management, and in this we can chat with the team members, we can have a direct messages with them, we can upload files, and we can assign roles to different team members. There will be a role based access system in this project, and we can upload content to the system which can be graded by others and which can be approved, rejected, etc. In short, it's a complete team collaborative system. I welcome you all once again to our project Zeus. Okay, first let's check out the project homepage. Yeah, we can first check out the about page. Yeah, it's basically talks about the about genesis is the birth of the project, and the goals are the creators of this, and there's a login form over there and the basic details such as this. So first let's just sign up to the project. So for that we can create an username which should be unique. That means it should not be present in the previous things. And the email over here is very important because an OTP will be sent to the email address which has to be typed. So the OTP is generated successfully and it is 994458. Let's copy it, and we can just change the OTP so that we can check the working of the OTP. Yeah, it has detected that it is incorrect. By clicking the back, you cannot type it again. It has been restricted, and it is done for security reasons so that you will not get so many trial and error options. So we have again received the OTP and we can paste it. This time we will paste the correct format. Yeah, so login is successful, and now we'll enter the other details which are required for the application to work smoothly. This is a photo which will be used for your profile pic. So that's it, the team is created. So this is the profile page which has various links to Facebook, Twitter and all, LinkedIn and all. So first let us check out the team. So there is a beautiful navigation bar and title bar, and now we are going to create a team. So we can even handle it through the sidebars other than the handlebar. So when you create a new team, an email will be sent to you regarding this, that a team has been registered and you are assigned the role of a team leader. After that, you can add members to your team and you can assign the roles while adding itself. We can even add multiple members at the same time. When you add these things, these users will also get email notification that you have been added to a team with such and such roles. See, the other user who has been added also got the email. Okay, now let us view the members. Yeah, so it's pretty cool and it has done correctly. So the add member function is not available because he is not the team leader. Team leader is anonymous and not Vaishak. And similarly, all the edit options like edit team, edit time and everything is available only to the team leader, not to other users. So this is anonymous, the team leader, so he can edit the team, he can edit the timeline, he can add members, he can view the timeline, he can view the members. All the functions are available for the team leader. Right. Through add members, we can actually change the role also, about which we'll talk. But this is an important thing, that even if you type the URLs, you are not going to get to the page. So by simply getting the URL, nothing can be done. So it's a bit like security feature. So there is a chatting facility over in this app. You can there is direct messages through which you can chat with other users. So this is message. We can, if you save it, and the message is sent, then Vaishak has sent a message to Shreya, so Shreya will receive it. So let us go to the chat of Shreya. Yeah. So in this, Vaishak is sending a hi to Anonymous. So in the Anonymous page, if you go to chat, the hi message has arrived. So he can click on chat now to continue the chat. So where are you is sent. Now let us go to the Vaishak and refresh the page. It's not a live connection, so you have to refresh the page to get the new messages. Now we can have a group chat also, in which the three members added to the team 007 are Vaishak, Shreya and Anonymous. So if you send a message to the team, then that messages will be visible to all the people who are inside the team. Like Anonymous got the message. Now he can continue the chat by clicking on chat now, and if he sends a message over here, it will be visible to both of the others. He has sent the message successfully. Now in Vaishak's tab also the hey message came. So now we are logging into the Shreya's profile. Yeah, so it's loaded. So in the chat the messages have already been listed. So she got the two messages, and she can now chat back in the team. Yeah, so she can reply to anyone who has messaged her and also create new chats. And there is a feature of chat beta, in which is an advanced version of the existing stable chat version, where the UI is a bit improved and much better looking. So you can chat directly from here, but as in the other case, it's also not a live connection, so you'll have to click on the user again and again to get the new messages. See, I am in Kerala has already been appeared. Now this and the other chat program both uses the same database. So if you type in one of the chat, it will get applied to the other chat also. And in the Anonymous also got the same message, I am in Kerala. So he can reply to that. So it's already sent and it got visible. Yeah. Similarly for others, the chat will work as usual. So Anonymous can change, remove and add members because he is the team leader. So here one of the team member is removed, and one of the team members role is changed and a new member is added, and the messages have been received like you have been removed from the team, it's for Shreya, and Varun got the message that you have been added to the team. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's working as expected. So as Shreya has been removed from the team, she is no longer available in the chat group, so she cannot view the chat. Even though she has been removed from the chat, the messages she sent are still on the chat group, so anybody who is in the group can see those messages. That's all about chat. Now let's edit the team. That is, you can change the team name, you can change the directory link, you can change the team leader, anything, and you can do those things each at a time or all at a time. It's both possible. So here we have changed the team name, so it has been successfully changed, and directory link also have been updated. Yeah, now we can try changing the team leader. So Vaishak is already a team member, so we are trying to make an existing member the team leader. So his existing role will get changed, and along with that we are changing the name of the team also. So a message has been received by Vaishak that you have been added to the team on that role, team leader. And in the same way, the anonymous will be removed from the team, so he cannot access the team again. It can be very visible seen in the team edit mode. It's he's Vaishak is able to access because now he is the team leader. Earlier he was not able to access. You might have observed that. And in the team leaders, anonymous is not there because his role has been given to Vaishak. See, in the anonymous team page, the team 008 or 7, whatever it is, it's not visible because he has been removed from the team. I.e., the team he has been removed as the team leader. Now now anonymous is not in the team, so we are adding a person into the team who is not in the team. That is also possible. So by this way, anonymous will get a message that he has been added, and Vaishak will get a message that he has been removed. All of these things are taken care of, and all the members are posted. So here is a message that he has been, earlier he was removed, that message, and now he has been added. Both of the messages are there for the anonymous. So now anonymous is the team leader, so he is able to access all the features. So the existing two members are anonymous and Varun. Vaishak has been removed because he has been changed from the team leader. Now let us add some more members for observing the functionality of other things. So we need at least 2 testers and a developer to test the full functionality of the software. So Vaishak is a tester. Let us save it, so everyone will get notified of that. So let's see, check it again. So Vaishak and Shreya are tester, and Varun is a developer, and team leader is anonymous. So anonymous can now create task. So it's basically a timeline in which the team leader assigns tasks to the fellow team members. So you can add multiple tasks at the same time. So a second task has been added and its deadline is changed a bit so as to not conflict with the other, even though it's not a primary key. Now the task details, everything can be mentioned here. I'm just giving some random things. So whenever you create a task, a notification in email will be received that a new task has been assigned, and deadline and the task details will be mailed to all the members of the team. So all the members are receiving the messages. Yeah, each of the tasks will be sent as a separate message. So in the timeline, now 2 tasks have been generated, and the team leader, who is anonymous, cannot upload the code. Only developers can upload the code. He can view the codes and the files which have been uploaded through the view, and he can grade them once all the testers have accepted the file. Okay, now Varun is a developer, so he should be able to upload a code. So let's try that feature. So Varun tries to upload a code. He gets a form, and in which he will give a name. It is this name with which the file will be known, not the file name in the local computer. Let us upload some random file. So this new name will be the name which it is known, and it will be stored in the database, and anybody who is the member of the team can download it. It's not restricted to anyone, it's open. Even Varun, who has uploaded the file, can download the file to verify that it has been uploaded correctly. So this downloaded, we can download it any times. There's no restriction like that. So the type of file is not changed, it remains the same .html format. So he cannot suggest or approve because he is not a tester, but he can view the suggestions or approvals which have been uploaded by the testers. Now no one has approved or rejected it, so it's blank, and when all the testers have approved it, the approved will change to yes. We can work on it now. Let's try approving and rejecting the files. So the developers can upload as many files as they want, and none other than the developers can upload. It's all restricted through decorators, and only the team leaders can grade the task, and the file will be graded by the testers. So Vaishak is a tester. He downloaded the file and he sees the file, and now he can suggest or approve it. So he goes to the suggest bar, which actually means that he is rejecting the file. So he can give us the reason why he is rejecting the file. So the reason given is should be better. So he has suggested it. Now that comes under the rejected panel. Okay, now he can view the suggestions. That is, only he has made the suggestion. If others have made the suggestions or approvals, then he can see their grade, etc., and all over there. So Shreya is another tester. She can also view all the uploaded files. So it's forbidden for her because she has not made a suggestion or approval till now. Okay, so earlier Vaishak has already rejected the file. She's trying to know what Vaishak has done, but couldn't understand, and she decides to give a grade of 9. So it came under the accepted panel. So now she can view the approval. So now she'll come to know that she has accepted it and Vaishak has rejected it. Before she could not have known. So the testers should work independently. They cannot collaborate. Only developers should be collaborating. That's the basic idea behind this. It is done like that so as to improve the proficiency, or how to explain that. Like, you should not see how others have graded or accepted the file. You should do it yourself. So here a second file is being uploaded. So since the one of the file has been rejected, Varun decides to upload a second file. So the second file is uploaded successfully. Now it will become visible to everyone. Even the team leader can know the progress of each file. So it's not for the team leader to suggest, it's for the testers to suggest. So the new file has been generated, so the Vaishak is able to view it, and he downloaded the file and he can now have a look at it. So he saw the file and now he decides to accept the file. So we can grade it. So it changed to the accepted panel. Now he can see the accepted number of files and all. Even though one of the member who has only graded the file has accepted it, but the team leader cannot grade it because all of the testers have not accepted it till now. And Shreya also downloaded the file, and after seeing the file she has decided to approve it. So the only two testers available, it has been written forbidden because she has not yet graded or rejected that file. So she has decided to give a grade 8. Now it came to the accepted, and see, look at it, the approved mode has become yes, and both of the testers have approved it. So now it is available for the team leader to grade. So Anonymous is the team leader. Earlier when he went to the grade panel, it was not accessible because not all the testers has accepted it. So initial thing is, so it just shows that there are two files, and each file is treated differently, and Shreya is unable to approve or suggest a file which she has already suggested or approved it, but she is able to download the file again. That's permitted. So a file can be suggested or approved only once. So as one of the file has been accepted, the task is approved. So now he can grade it. So mail will be sent to all the users that the project has been graded, and it will be having all the details. So this will be received by all the users. This is Vaishak's email. See, the mail has been generated. So it comes to the graded tasks under Anonymous. So the grade is also visible to all, and you cannot grade a file once it is graded. It's also prevented. So all could see the grade from the timeline itself. Once the file has been uploaded, you cannot re-upload the file. Since Vaishak is not even a test developer, he cannot upload the otherwise also. Varun is the developer of the team. So if he tries to upload a new file which has been upload a file to a task which has already been graded, then he will be prevented, saying that it is already graded. But he will be able to upload the files on the task which have not yet been graded. Even though one of the file might be approved, he might be able to. Thank you. Now let us look into the code part.
Myself, Anurag. So my contribution to the project is I have created a login page, sign up page, the sidebar, and the Teams page. So talking about the login page, you have to enter the username, the password. After you enter these details, you can log in. If you are not a member, you can sign up. This lead user sign up page. In this form, you should enter your username, your email address, and then your password. After this, you will be logged into the home page. After this, next thing what I have done is I have created a sidebar. The sidebar includes a home that will take you to the home button, home site, and next is chat, which will lead you to the messaging area. This is the Teams chat where you can see different teams. This is the contact details. This is the place where you can contact us. Then next is sign out that lead you to the out of the web page. Okay. Next is the Teams page. In this Teams page, what I have done is you can view the different teams that you are being assigned to. Okay, you can view members, add members, edit details, and edit timeline. I have done it in the form of a card where when you click about add member details, you would be taken to an add member page where you would be asked some details about your members or the person you have to be added. Next is the view member. So this I have done it in a card. You can see it over here. You can view the members over here. Then next is the edit details. You can edit the details of your group members. Next is a create team. You can create team. That is the foremost reason of this. So when you create team, a pop-up window will open and it will ask you to enter the team name and the directory link. So these are the designs for these pages. Then is the JavaScript file. This includes closing file, creating a page, etc., etc., etc. So I for this project I have studied the frameworks such as HTML, CSS, and basic JavaScript. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Ananda Krishnan. So my role in this project was to design the front end for the chat and the profile page. So first we'll go with the chat page. So in chat page we have two sections. One is for the personal chats and the second is for the group chat. So first comes the personal chat. So before the personal chat, it will display the user's name and the profile pic of the user. Then below it, it will be displaying the search bar so that you can search between the contacts that you have. And in the personal chat, um, it's basically a table. So we get the data from the table using if chat is sent from by the user, so we'll be displaying the whom the chat was sent to. So we will get the recipient's name, and the last message that was shared in the personal chat will be given as the preview right over here. So next is the group chat. So the group chat is similar to personal chat. The only difference is that here the recipient will be a common group, and similarly the preview for the group also, the preview will be shown. It will be just below the user's name. You can just compare it to any chatting application like WhatsApp or Telegram. And yeah, once we click on a specific chat, whether it's in group or personal chat, it will get directed to another web page, which will be shown on the same HTML page, which will be shown on the same web page. So here you can get what all messages that you had uh, talked to a specific recipient. So here, if the chat is from the recipient, we have marked this as class reply, so it gets shifted to the left hand side of the screen. And if the user is the one who is chatting, it will get shifted to the right hand side of the screen, so as to make it more so as to better the viewing experience of the user. And just below the messages, you will be having a new message for a new message bar, in which you can type the message that you want to send, and it will be taken into a form. And while all this is happening, it gets rapidly refreshed, so the communication is up to the mark. And the main thing in chat, the one of the main thing in chat is that for discriminating between group and personal chats, above the profile pic there will be a green dot if it's a personal chat, and for a gray dot if it's a group chat. So it makes the user to differentiate between them. And the next thing that I did was create the profile page. So we'll go on with the profile page. So yeah, here's the profile page. So it first displays a hello, it's hello, then it gives a username, then it displays the role of the username. Here I have taken something a temporary like junior UI or UX developer. And the next will be it gives something like a bio, so you have to write something about yourself, so it will be displayed. Then it displays the date of birth, telephone number, your email ID, and the city in which you are born. Below it you can provide your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn credentials, so anyone can contact you. Also, the user page contains navigation to home, team, and chat, so as to make it friendly. Well, for the profile page, I had used an external CSS, so it's something like this. So you can always refer it in the code section. And for the group and personal chats, I had used internal CSS because it was much more convenient for me to do so. And for designing these things, I had to learn HTML, CSS, and some basics of JavaScript. That's all.
Now let's see some of the privileges only specific user may have. A team. This is the team name project and team members. These are the team members of this team. Only team leader has some specific features he can do. Add member. He can add or remove a member from this team, and he can change the edit timeline, the tasks and deadlines of this thing, and he can edit details. He can change the team name, directory link, or he can change the team leader. If he is not the team leader, he shouldn't access all this thing. So what we are doing is we are doing decorators.py. In this thing, we'll be passing the user, the current request user, to this decorators.py, and it will check whether the current user of a specific team is a team leader of the team. If he is a team leader, he can change the things. If not, he cannot. That time will be raising a permission denied thing, and this page will be raised. Even if he knows the URL of that page, he cannot access, because we are using a decorators.py. He cannot edit details. Only he can view the things which are changed by a team leader. Let's walk into the code. If he's a team leader, we are passing the team name to the teams, and we'll be checking whether the request.user is a team leader of that specific thing. If yes, we'll be passing that function, whether it may be a add members, edit timeline, or something else. It will raise a permission denied. Same as user is developer. Only a developer can upload the code. If not, a permission will be denied. If user is a member, he can view, he cannot edit. Only the specific things only a member can watch can be used here, and other persons who are not present in a team cannot view the timeline, and few members also, those will be restricted here. So that's it. Thank you.
Let's have a look at the code. So TCS is the main project directory. TCS is team collaboration system, and the major apps are chat, team, and upload. And of course, TCS is the main project. So there are index directories, home, register, OTP verification, details, etc., and URLs. So we have included many URLs which gets linked with the views, and a name is associated with them. And let's just check the settings. So we have included 2-3 apps in it extra, and a middleware, so that we can manage the deployment. And we have added the database as SQL3, and static files are there, media files are there to upload the files to the system, and an smtp gmail.com server is also there, for which it is there for communication, like for email and all. You might have observed in the OTP section. Yeah. So there are forms. Then there is an email.py which has the code for sending an email. There are decorators.py. Initially the index page will be booted, and then if we have been already logged in, then we will be redirected to home, else the home page is viewed, and then there will be various it will be redirected to index.html, and there are various things such as sign up, login, etc. over there. So if you press the sign up, then it will go to register, and will register, and here is the OTP will be generated randomly, and then that OTP will be sent, and then it will be redirecting the OTP verification section, and here the OTP will be verified, and if it is verified, a user is created, and then we have been logged in. Okay, and then after that we'll give the extra details such as photo, address, etc. into the database. There are certain things which have been always on the radar, that is navbar. So in the navbar you might have observed the sidebar and the navigation bar, which is always there. So from there we will get the links to various things such as URL for home, chat stable, team, home, logout, etc. etc. It will be already there. So that's there. So from there we can navigate to the other things. So if you navigate to say chat, so you'll be going to the URLs. So chat, if you navigate to chat, then you will be redirected to views.index of the chat, and then inside the views you will be directed to the index path, that is this zone. Okay, so from here it will be loading the chat page, and there are various things such as jQuery, JavaScript, Ajax, etc. associated with this files front end. So from there in the main chat it will be displaying a sidebar of the chat, and if you click on them, I'll show you the code. Okay, so it's an inline CSS file. So if you click on contacts, then it will be redirecting to DM history database. So from there they'll access the database, DM history database. Okay, let's check what it's like. DM history database. So what it basically does is it gets the send address, and from the send address and the to address it gets all the chat between those two people and send it as a JSON file by serializing, because it's an array. Okay, so after we get that, then chat history is an ID or a divisions ID, and it will get replaced with DM history URL. So what is this DM history URL? So DM history URL is basically an HTML page which returns the chat screen. So it's a beautifully made thing which you can see. So if you pass the chat messages, it will render it, and will be showing all the details of the message, the creator date and all, and then there will be a message button also, submit button. So a form basically, and a form will be sent from them, and when we submit the form it will get returned. So get returned to DM history database. Okay, so it will be redirected to DM history. So it will be coming as a post, and then it will submit it to the chat, and then it will redirect to the chat screen, main chat screen. Okay, so in the main chat screen again you'll have to click it. So that's a beta version, so it's not live, connections are not yet live. We are working on that. And then there is a stable version. Stable version always access the data from the database, and the only difference is it's not user friendly, or it's not beautiful. That's it, that's the difference. So that's all about chat. And then there is a group chat option. There will be group chat, there will be two options, that is to continue the group chat or add a group chat. Okay, so if you continue the group chat, then the requested team will be sent, and then all the chat of that team will be displayed. It's like, and if you just want to create a new group chat, like group is already there and you want to create a new chat, a chat is not already there, then it will go to the group chat now option, and then it will continue the group chat. Like it's a, like it will first create a message and then it will start to continue it. That's it. Okay, that's all about chat. And then team. So inside the team we have restricted the access of various things such as it should be a member, team leader, such as many of the functions have been decorated like this, so that we are restricting the access. So there are a big sorts of functions over here, so let's look one by one. So inside the view teams.html, it will be viewed like which all teams he's a member of. Okay, and inside those there will be options of redirection to other things such as edit team, view team, such as the timeline, create timeline, etc will be there. It will be there in view teams. Over here it will be there. Yeah, all these options are already there, so you will be able to easily navigate it. Okay, and then you can also create a new team, so that option is also there over there. So when you create a new team, you will be asked the URL, directory link, and team name, and team name should be unique. And then it's pretty simple, and then an email will be sent to all of them, to the team leader, that a team has been registered successfully, and there are add members. So in the add members is a bit complicated function, because you can actually add, remove, change everything using the same function. So if you have deleted, it will be under this banner, and member is deleted, and then an email will be sent. And then if you are under the change to section, then you'll be under this, and then your role will get changed. And if you are a new user who is being added now, then you will be under this section, and you'll get all those details, and an email will be sent to you regarding the new team. And then you can definitely view the team. Edit the team is only for the team leader. And then edit team is also a bit complicated, because there are a big sort of things which has to be taken care, because team name is the primary key. So while changing the primary key, and while changing other things, then it becomes a bit of difficult thing. So it's a bit big function. It basically checks that if the team name is changed, then it creates a new team, and then migrates all the existing team members to the new team, and then removes the old team. And remaining all the functionalities are like, if the team name is not changed, then it will be changed in the present team, and no new team will be created. Okay, and when you add, and you can even change the team leader. So when you change the team leader, then you will have to remove that user from the team members team members model, and then add the new one. So you can add a team member who is already a member of your team, and upgrade his level to a team leader, and then, or you can even add a new member to your team and make him the team leader directly. So that's about it. And you can view the team, you can edit the timeline, sorry. So edit timeline is the function through which you can add a task or a timeline to the users, and whenever you do that, mail will be sent so to all the users who are the members of the team. And view timeline, you can view the timeline. So in that, we are redirecting to view timeline.html. Okay, so here there will be links for upload, view, and grade. Okay, so grade function will only be allowed if the if any one of the file uploaded in that task is accepted. So that's basically done over here. So if it's not accepted, a response will be given, HTTP response will be given. Okay, and you can definitely upload, but an upload function will only be available for a developer. It will be not available for the tester or team leader. Okay, and then grade, yeah, I have talked about it. Okay, that's about the team and then we can move on to the next application, that's the upload application. So the upload application, you can upload only if you are a developer, as I have told earlier. And then you cannot upload an already graded assignment, so it will basically check that whether it's graded or not. And view timeline will be on the screen, and then when you click the upload, it will be redirected to upload.all, where you can upload the file. And then and when you upload a file, then it creates a new entry in the file model, and then you can enter to that file model and see the progress of your file, how many people have accepted yours, how many have rejected, what are the suggestions, what are the grades, etc., etc., will be viewed. That is by, yeah, inside the view timeline.html there will be an option to view the files progress. Okay, so when you click on that, it will be redirected the upload application with the view function being called. Okay, so inside the view function, it will be categorized differently for different people. Like if you are a developer, for you accepted means all of the testers have accepted it, but for a tester, an accepted file means you have the particular tester have accepted or rejected it based on that, not that about the others. So it is categorized based on that, if it is developer, tester, etc., and team leader will get the same view as the developer. Okay, so it's getting rendered through view.html, and all these files will be sent separately, and then view.html, it will be rendered like this, and from there you can download the file. It's accessible for everyone, and suggest view suggestions, approve, view approvals, and file approved or not. So a file gets automatically approved when all the testers associated with that group accepts that file, and then it will print yes over there. And a suggestion can be made by a tester only if he has not made a suggestion to the same file before. That means a tester can suggest only once, and if he has suggested, he cannot approve it. If he has approved, he cannot suggest it again. Okay, and view suggestions and view approve, a developer can always view these things, but for a tester, he can view these things only when he has approved or suggested the file. Okay, given suggestion basically. Okay, that's all basically managed with the decorators. See, view suggestions, it should be approved or suggested, or he should be a developer. And to suggest, it should be not approved or suggested. Okay, and to approve, same thing. So what it basically does is it will get the file, and whenever you approve, a tester approves a file, then it will check that whether all the remaining people, all the remaining testers have already approved it. Okay, if it is already approved, then it will change the variable of approved and make it to 1, say 1. Actually, it will make it to yes, so the file gets approved. And in the grade section of the team leader, if any of the file associated with the task is approved, then he can grade it, otherwise he cannot grade it. Okay, and once he has graded it, he cannot grade it again and again. That's restricted. And once it is graded, nobody can upload that file, so that's also restricted. Yeah, it will return already graded, so it's there. I guess I have told about it this one. Then remaining things are pretty simple. It's nothing. It will get the details from the database, displays it, view it, download it, etc., etc. And the main thing about this project is that everything will be sent to the user as email notification. So whenever you are added to a team, changed the role, or added to a new team, or a task has been assigned to you, your task has been graded, everything will be notified to you via emails. Okay, and it is just the database required for it, so it stores all the details required. And one more decorators.py is there, which basically talks about if it is approved or suggested, or developer. So it's basically a simple thing. It has been already explained to you. So if it is not satisfying of specific condition, it will raise a permission denied. Okay, and then there is static files. In the static files we have all the, what to say, css files associated with this stored over there, css, jQuery, javascript, etc over there. And when you do the collect data thing over the terminal, which is basically done to collect static thing, which is basically done to collect all the static images and store it in a separate directory while deployment. So this project is made with Django, and there's some media files, and all the media is uploaded by the users, such as their profile pics and all the data uploaded through the task. Everything will be stored in the upload section, and profile pic will be stored in the directory of their name, but tasks will be stored inside in the name of the team, and inside the team it will be stored under the name of the task associated with it. Under the task, it will be stored under who has uploaded it. Inside that, the file will be residing. Okay, so this is the thing.
Hello, my name is Vinay Shankar, and my role in this project is a UI developer, and as well as I've done my contribution in backend Django framework. So the things I have done is I developed the home page and some of the front end pages, which includes, as I said, index pages, error pages, and the form validation. And as for my backend part, I have developed a method of chatting application using Python framework called Django, and as well as a Django REST framework and Django widget tweaks. I developed the Zeus index page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScripting, and also some part of it was done using React.js, which was a JavaScript framework developed by Facebook, and the whole front end system was developed under Bootstrap, which was also developed framework developed by Twitter. So our homepage looks like this. This is actually the basic structure of this coding was done in HTML, and the designing was done in CSS or cascading style, and the functions like clicking, popping off the pages, and clicking on the functions, and the animation like scrolling, the notice the color of the nav bar also changing. This is all done in JavaScripting, basic JavaScripting, and actually this also consists of a little React.js. React.js, like I have imported certain functions in it for the smoothing of UI. Our page looks like this, and also a sign up page. And the other contribution was error pages. As for the uniformity, I have maintained the same design. So for not for error page, error connection page. This is also done in HTML, CSS, and lesser part of JavaScript design, as this does not contain much content, like just for displaying, and it has to be less in size so that it has to load faster since it's an error page. No OTP validation. No page. This was my contribution in front end part, and as for my backend, I use this framework known as this Django, which consists of several functions and functionalities. But the thing is, I can't form a stable version of this, so it can't be integrated to a project. And by the next update, we can upload a much faster version of this. Actually, the problem is that we can only implement a one-on-one chat using this Django framework, known as REST framework and other widget applications. So my a database model consists of this: a class message, that the message sender receiver. Actually, we are keeping the sender receiver as a foreign key from a table known as user, which is a defaultly built user model in Django itself, which consists of username, password, and all defaultly set up. So we are referring the sender and receiver as a um, foreign key to this, and the message we type. So the function of a model or database looks like this. And the basic thing I had done using REST API is serialize the data, that if there are a lot of huge contents in this, so what I did was I converted this data into JSON array so that it could load faster and implement much better. And then I converted into Python function, which much implementation for serializing it, so that serializer was obtained. So we use the serialize for the message serial was also used, and we define this in views uh, request methods. If we want specific user, like user 1, user 2, user 3, we just have to mention in the URL. It'll sort it out. Otherwise, you want the list of users, it will also defined, and the message list also is defined, and index page also defined. But register view, if you are new to this site, we can register in this, and the chats also shown this, message shown this, and the URLs are in this. Since it's not a stable version, I could not fully implement it, and this are my part in this project. Thank you.